Hey everybody, it's Danita Ogandaga. Welcome to 2020. It's finally here, and I'm so excited that it is here. I know for a lot of the people that I coached last year, many of them have gone through tumultuous times, and a lot of it didn't even really have anything to do with the death of someone. It was really the changes that were occurring in their life, in their environment, and they had to make a conscious decision about what they were going to do. And you use words like resolution, you use words like higher vibe, but they had to really set an intended purpose. Danita, I'm going to do something different. Does that sound like you? If you've never worked with me before, my name is Danita Ogandaga, and I am a coach that travels the world, writes books, develops courses with my husband. We create engagement and activation tours for persons that are going through transformation and teach them how to monetize their gifts all over this world. And I'm just so excited because I know that for 2020, which has been dubbed the year of clarity, that a lot of people are looking forward to the clarity that they're going to be receiving this year. I know for a lot of the people that I coached last year in 2019, many of them were simply going through processes of relocating to another country or taking a promotion at work or getting into another relationship. Many of them were not necessarily rooted in the loss of a person. And one thing that I began to understand, because I've worked primarily with people in grief domains, many people just don't frame those transitions in life as having any connotation to grief, but really they do. And I think that whether we're going through any transition in life, it's going to present some type of tension. And what we are needing to do as we formed our New Year's resolutions towards the end of December, one of the things that a lot of people needed to probably do is frame from a position of clarity and not necessarily resolve. You notice why a lot of times before the end of January, a lot of people have already fizzled out in terms of completing their resolutions. And that is because they're starting from the framework, oh, I want to lose 100 pounds, or I want to heal from grief, or I want to get over my ex, or I want to get closer to God, or I just want to, be debt free. But we don't understand from a position of clarity that puts us towards setting broader actions that can put us in a better position of achieving our goal and not really setting us up to fail. I believe a lot of times when we are dealing with the grief narrative or the trauma narrative or the transition narrative, we tend to think of it as an all or nothing, as a black or white. And I really believe that there are a lot of extremes on both ends. But in the middle, I believe if we have a healthier balance of how to view our life and the things that are going on in our life, breaking them into smaller steps, we'll begin to be able to see the clarity and the definition that clarity needs to present in our life and not just see things as resolve. And of course, we want to achieve resolution, but when we begin to see it from a position of clarity, we can begin to say, you know what? These are the actionable things that I'm going to do. I'm so excited to present to you all a project that I've been working on for the greater part of 2019. And I honestly thought, even though I was blessed to coach people this year in 2019, I thought all of that was going to come to a screeching halt because during the months of October, November, and December, my family and I faced some really serious times. We dealt with flu, we strands A and B, we dealt with E. coli contamination that resulted in me falling out, hitting my head, being hospitalized, and then in November, having to go through the process of healing and recovering, not really sure that we were going to be able to make it home to North Carolina for Thanksgiving to see our family. Well, as soon as we were able to do that, December 1st, on my baby's birthday, as we were coming back to Georgia, we were hit out of nowhere and our car was totaled. We could have lost our lives. And I'm sure as I'm saying this to you, you're probably saying, my God, so many things I could have probably been expired too. And it really makes you think when you are knocking on the door of death, how you're going to really position your life. In fact, one of our mentors, Brendan Bouchard, framed his whole business from the whole question after dealing with a wreck that almost took his life. It made him change the whole trajectory of his life, where he asked himself, what is it that mattered? What did I do that mattered? And then you begin to really understand, yes, I'm in a world where resolve means so much, but if I can see things from a position of clarity, it will help me so much better. And you all, I'm so excited to present my 9th book to you. It's called Clarity, and it is about the incredible pain that we face, but also the incredible power that comes out of that pain. So no matter what transition you have faced in your life, no matter what it was that you said goodbye to in 2019, you are in 2020 now. And this is the year of clarity. And what presents itself as clear to us is the opportunity for us to be able to position ourselves to see things in a different way. And so this book is a challenge. It's a workbook. It's a living book for you to be able to walk through as an individual, with your mate, with a study group, or even within your whole church or work group, and really talk about how to put yourself in a position where you're not setting yourself up to fail, how to break things down in absolute actionable goals, and how to be able to see things for what it is, for what it really is, so that it won't overwhelm you. And I'm just so excited to share this book with you. The book is available right now in English. Of course, if you've ever read any of my books, you know that we're working on the French edition as well. But for right now, you can go ahead and pre-order the book. That is available right now. And with the pre-order, it's also going to come, for those that pre-order, with a special bonus. And I'm going to share with you a little bit about what the bonus is going to include. You know, with clarity comes declaration, comes prayers, comes confessions, and then you have to take actionable steps towards those things to produce the clarity. And if you've ever received any of my coaching, if you've ever read any of my books, you know that I love giving you space to be able to work dog ear mark up in my books that you purchase, and to be able to make it yours and your journey. And so for those that pre-order my book today, you are going to be receiving a bonus set of confessions and declarations that came out of my pain and out of my prayers, to be able to begin to see things for what it is. If you have a relationship with God or higher being, you know a lot of times it's easy for us to put ourselves on autopilot, where we're just like, oh, okay, God, this is my issue. I'm going to put it all in your hands and I'm just going to leave it there. Well, I heard my pastor say it best today. If you know that you're in a position where your car is about to be taken from you, you're not just going to sit back and be like, oh yeah, Jesus will work it out. No, you're going to do what you need to do all the way through to make it possible. And so basically, my clarity confessions are going to show you how to declare the same thing every day like medicine, while you're working through the workbook in the book and while you're reading the practical steps in the book. And those, along with the confessions, along with the declarations, are going to set you up for attaining those goals that you're trying to do. When you're seeing it from a position of clarity and not resolve, you're setting yourself up to achieve more freedom in achieving your goals in the long run. So, y'all, the link is open. The book is ready. The bonuses are ready for you. I cannot wait for you to get your hands on my 9th book, Clarity: Facing Incredible Pain, Finding Incredible Power. Take care. Bye-bye.